Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel World of VC. I am Vaibhav Chauhan and today I am introducing you to a car that I have been driving since September 2022. But please note that I am not the primary user of this car. The primary user of this car is my elder brother, but I have done most of my highway journeys using this car. I have driven it in local and I have also gone for the service of this car. So I believe I am in a position that I can do a short-term ownership review of this car. So let me tell you about this car. This car is Mahindra Scorpio N Z8L two-wheel drive diesel automatic. So without wasting any time, let's start the video with a quick walk around. Now let's start with the exterior walk around of Scorpio N. One thing is clear, Mahindra has carried forward the appearances of previous Scorpios and characteristics as well, such as rear wheel drive and body on frame chassis. And as you can see, the tire size has been increased to 255 with 18-inch alloys. From this side, the vehicle looks like a tall muscular SUV with a length of 4662 mm and height 1857 mm. And now let's look at the lower chrome window lining garnish. It goes all the way to the top, resembling a real life arachnid Scorpio with Telson Venom bulb. Now let's look at the rear end of this vehicle. Now the tail lights are truly a letdown, and I believe Mahindra should work on it and improve it in the upcoming facelift version. Now it's time to get inside. So let's start with the boot space. We get a boot space of 460 liters, and if we want to use the third row, this is how we can set it. Now this is the rear seat, as you can see, and front driver and co-passenger seat. So dear friends, this is the infotainment screen, and I just want to show you 27218 kilometers the car has covered since September 2022, and now we are in March 2025. And yes, I'm getting one alert right now that the air pressure is slightly low in the rear tires, so I have to go for an air pressure refill. Now dear friends, I'm going to tell you the top 5 gains and the top 5 compromises that you make in acquiring the Scorpio N based on my personal assessment and experience. Gain number 1, according to me, is the road presence of Scorpio N. As you can see, I have parked it next to 2014 Toyota Fortuner, and you can see whether it is length, width or height, it does not fizzle out in front of it. It's standing tall like a competitor, but let me tell you, they are not. They are not. Whether you take the base variant or top end variant of Toyota Fortuner and compare it with Scorpio N, you have to pay double the price to get the Toyota Fortuner. So here at half the price, you are getting a tall muscular SUV that can stand tall in front of an SUV double of its price. Gain number 2, according to me, are the driving dynamics of this car. This vehicle comes with a 2.2 liter engine that produces 400 Newton meters of torque and 170 bhp. Now let's switch on the engine. As you can see, Mahindra has worked in a miraculous manner on the NVH levels of this car. I mean noise, vibration and harshness. The predecessors of Scorpio had a lot of vibration as the gear knob and everything used to vibrate, and there was a lot of noise. So in that case, Mahindra has worked in a miraculous manner. And let me show you something more. It comes with drive modes, as you can see. Here it is: zip, zap, zoom. Zip is more of mileage, slightly less power. Zap is a perfect combo of mileage as well as power, and zoom is more on power, less on mileage. So dear friends, according to me, gain number 3 is the space and comfort you get in the Scorpio N. Right now, I'm sitting in the rear seat, and the seat in front of me has been set according to my height, that is 6 feet, and I have good amount of leg space. Under thigh support is absolutely fine, an armrest to relax on, air conditioning vents, and a Type-C port to charge my phone. What else can I ask for? Gain number 4, according to me, is the safety of this car. Now, Mahindra has deliberately not installed the hydraulic to lift the bonnet for the Scorpio N, so that we can actually feel the weight of this bonnet, and it's very heavy and you feel absolutely safe in this car. Please check this out. The third sound of the doors. The doors are really heavy and you are absolutely safe in this car. The Scorpio N has a 5-star safety rating in the global NCAP. Gain number 5, according to me, is the affordability factor. Now, to make it clear, affordability majorly relies on the mileage that you get on driving the car, and the other thing is the cost of maintenance and service. Now, this vehicle is powered by a 2.2 liter diesel engine, weighs almost 2000 kgs, and has an automatic transmission gearbox. All these factors taken into consideration, the vehicle is giving a mileage of 11 in local conditions and 13 to 13.5 on the highways, which I think is not bad at all, taking all these factors into consideration. Now let's come to the cost of service of this car. Now, till now there have been 3 to 4 services, and the minimum paid was around 3,000 rupees, and the maximum that I have paid till now is 4,400 rupees. On an average, around 4,000 is what we have paid per service. And other than that, any major wear and tear I can say is that the front wheels, brake pad, brake shoe, and some connecting components were changed. The cost of that was rupees 7,000. Other than that, there has been no such other cost. So to sum up, whether it's mileage or cost of service, I believe Scorpio N is an affordable vehicle. So dear friends, we are done with the top 5 gains. Now it is time for the top 5 compromises. So compromise number 1, according to me, is lack of features. Now, some features that are available in entry-level cars, the Scorpio N misses out. Just like no 360-degree camera, no heads-up display, no pedal shifters, no ventilated seats, and the IRVM that is given inside. The inside rear view mirror does not have auto dimming function. And since we are discussing features, so I must bring these two things to your attention. Now, please take a note of this button, A button. Now, every time you switch on the car, you have to switch it off. Otherwise, it's a micro hybrid system. What it will do, whenever your car will come at rest, it will turn off the engine. Then again, you have to switch it on. I count this as an annoying feature given by Mahindra. And one more thing that I must bring to your attention, the vehicle comes with wireless auto Android, but you still don't get a wireless charging pad. The wireless charging pad is only available in the 4-wheel drive version of Z8L variant. Please note that. Compromise number 2, according to me, is the third row of Scorpio N. As you can see, there is very less amount of leg space, and it is only suitable for children, that too on a short ride. If you're planning to use it on a regular basis, that too for making adults sit, then you can certainly look at other options. Now please note that when you are using the third row, the boot space is reduced to such a small level that you can only keep a small backpack. Compromise number 3, according to me, let me tell you about those who are fond of sitting on the rear seat. To a lot of extent, Mahindra has reduced body roll and bumpy ride in this version of Scorpio compared to its predecessors. But on the other hand, there is still body roll and a little bit of bumpy ride if you are sitting on the rear seat. So please take a note of that. And if you have zero tolerance for body roll, then definitely you can look for other options. Compromise number 4, according to me, is the small size sunroof. Now, most of the cars are offering panoramic sunroof nowadays, but Mahindra, it is reviving its Scorpio brand, bringing a new generation in 2022. Still, it's giving a small size sunroof. Compromise number 5 is the traditional handbrake you are getting in the Scorpio N, along with the size of the screen. Now, it is too small for a big size car like Scorpio N. So there are two things that I will say as compromise number 5, the traditional handbrake and this small size touchscreen. So now we are done with the top 5 pros and the top 5 cons, and it is time to end the video and give you a final feedback about this car. But before that, let's go for a drive. Now I am driving the Mahindra Scorpio Z8L diesel automatic 2-wheel drive. And first of all, I must tell you, when you sit on the driver's seat, it is placed at such a height that you get the feel of a genuine SUV. When you take control of the steering, you look at the bonnet, you look at the dashboard, all in position gives you a complete SUV feel. Now let's talk about the gearbox. The gearbox is a 6-speed torque converter which is so well calibrated with the engine that whether there is downshift or upshift, you will not feel that the gears are changing, and you will not see any turbo lag as such. So friends, now it is time for me to give you the final feedback about this Scorpio N Z8L 2-wheel drive diesel automatic. Please note that we have been using this car since September 2022 and now it's March 2025. It's been 2.5 years. And these 2.5 years have been very fruitful for us because this car has done very well. We have covered around 27,500 kilometers. We have faced no issues with the car. Whatever servicing or wear and tear cost that has happened, it is absolutely affordable. And the true characteristics of an SUV, that is rear wheel drive, body on frame chassis, and the double wishbone suspensions that are given in front, make the ride quality very good. Even on the worst quality of roads that sometimes we go to our village or we go to remote areas, the car moves on with full-on confidence. Means the roads do not decide the movement of this car, it makes its own way. And as I've covered earlier, the 2.2 liter diesel engine that produces 400 Nm of torque and 170 bhp never makes you feel powerless. Whenever you'll press the accelerator, your car will go ahead like a fire on the highway, and the braking and everything is so well calibrated and coordinated that you will never feel that the car is going out of control. Yes, there are some shortcomings in this vehicle, like lack of features, body roll, third row. But let me tell you one thing, the features will definitely be updated when the facelift version of this car will come either this year or by the beginning of next year. Other than that, body roll and usage of third row are not deal breakers. Now, as far as our usage is concerned, we position the gains much above the compromises. So my final words about the Scorpio N is that if you cannot stretch your budget to a very high level, but still you want a vehicle that has true characteristics of an SUV with good amount of power, Scorpio N is the vehicle to go for. And thank you for watching my video. Bye-bye.